seen another thing that's amazing. Anyway, Mike Ellis, it's all yours, buddy.
Yeah, no, thanks, Marty. And no, you're doing a pretty good job of explaining Onpassive. Today, as we go through this presentation, it really is for the new people that are here and you don't know a whole lot about Onpassive. Maybe this is your first time, second, third time. But I'm going to be explaining to you a couple of concepts, 4 of them, that today they are not a hope and a dream. This is a reality today. This is what Onpassive is and what Onpassive is doing for all of us. And it will give you a way forward to build wealth. And for most people, that's why you're here. You want a way to build wealth, to take care of yourself, take care of your family, to take care of those financial needs that you have. Onpassive, it is a reality today. And we are getting very, very close to the soft launch of Onpassive. And as we look at Onpassive, it is an AI IT company. It is an artificial intelligence informational technology company. And there are a ton of moving parts to Onpassive. It is massive what Ash Mufareh and his team in India have done. And he's got a team of technicians in India. They're about 800, 900 strong today. And they have developed everything in Onpassive. And as you learn more about Onpassive, you're gonna learn all the intricacies, all the moving parts. But today, it's important to understand what Onpassive can do for you. And if that hits a mark with you, you're gonna find that, yeah, you're in the right place and you can actually find a way forward to start developing that wealth. So I'm gonna talk about 4 concepts right now. And again, these concepts, they are a reality today. As you come into Onpassive and you start a business with Onpassive, the first concept that Ash shared with all of us is that it is a self-funding business. And what does that mean? It means that as you come in, you will pay once and you will never have to go out of pocket again. Now, when I first heard that, that was really extraordinary to me because Marty, Dan, and I, we've been in a lot of businesses online. We've made some money online, but we've never been in a business that you come in, you pay once, and you never go out of pocket. And especially for the people that we share it with. Most companies, when you get involved with them, they will milk you dry until the day you quit. And most people quit because they're not making any money. That is not Onpassive. You will come in, you will pay once, you will never have to go out of pocket again. Really, really a cool concept. The next one was extraordinary. The next one that Ash shared with us, as you come in, because of the way Onpassive is structured, because of what Ash and his team have done, as you come into Onpassive, you will be forced to be successful. And that's very, very simple too. All it means is you're going to be forced to make money. Ash Mufareh is going to guarantee that as you come into Onpassive, you will make money, i.e. you will be able to start building wealth. Again, that's why we're all here. Everybody loves that concept. I've never heard an argument against that concept. And when you tell people about it, they get very, very excited, maybe a little skeptical because it's never been done before. And again, Onpassive is revolutionary. They're doing things that no other company has ever done. And as I looked at the numbers of Onpassive, Ash was absolutely right. Onpassive is going to force you to make money. They're going to guarantee that you will make money, period. The next one, as Marty said, is really the key to everything online, offline, whether you're doing business online, offline, wherever it is, you have to have traffic. And one of the unique things that Onpassive is going to be doing is driving traffic for all of us. And when you think about traffic, a lot of people will come in and go, well, you know, that's nice. I'll get a couple of sales, maybe a little bit of money, but you know, it's not that big a deal. That is not Onpassive. And to give you an idea of the amount of traffic they're going to be driving for all of us, I want to give you a couple examples. Number one, about 6 months ago, Onpassive decided to turn on their traffic sources to see the quality of traffic and to see if they could bring in 1 million opt-ins. They did not put a time frame on it. And in 4 days, Onpassive brought in 1 million opt-ins. And what an opt-in is people will come in, they like what you're saying, they're interested in what you're saying, they'll give you their name, their email address, and their phone number. It's a really, really big deal because now you can get back in contact with them. But Onpassive did that in 4 days. Now here's the caveat to that particular description. 6 months ago, they did not have the AI technology they have today, the artificial intelligence. And their artificial intelligence, all of their tools are built from the ground up. They're proprietary, they're cutting edge, they are the best of the best. And when you marry the artificial intelligence with the traffic source, all of a sudden you can bring in 1 million opt-ins in 2 days, or 1 day, or 12 hours. And then you extrapolate that over a year, and the amount of traffic that Onpassive is going to be bringing in to build our business, and that's what they run traffic for, to build our business. It's extraordinary. More recently, Onpassive drove some traffic for Marty, Dan, and I. We had done a couple of videos. They were up. Ash Mufara saw the videos, and he said, well, you know, I think I'm going to drive a little bit of traffic for these guys. Now, our videos get anywhere between 3,000 and 8,000 views per video. Yeah, it's okay. It's not out of this world, but it's okay. So Ash started to drive a little traffic for Marty, Dan, and I. And in 4 days, we had a 250,000 views for those 2 videos. Now, that is a ton of views. We have never been able to do that with our videos. We've done it with other things that we've driven traffic with, but never with videos. It is the kind of traffic that Onpassive is going to drive for all of us to build our business. And as our business grows, obviously our bottom line is going to grow. That's where we want to be. So traffic, very, very important. The last thing, and this is the fourth concept that Ash shared with us, and it has to deal with customers and product. Obviously, if you've got a company, and Onpassive, again, it's a massive corporation, has many, many moving parts, and the customers that are going to be coming into Onpassive because of the way it's structured, because of the product base of Onpassive, as they come in, they will never leave. And the customers are going to vary. They're going to be from all walks of life. It could be K through 12. It could be colleges. It could be small, medium, large-sized businesses. It could be governments. It could be personal use. And I believe it will be all of those. But the customer in Onpassive is king. And the way they've developed the products of Onpassive, again, they are built from the ground up. This is not old technology we're talking about, whether it's the AI, artificial intelligence, or the IT products of Onpassive. These products, as you look online and you look at the different products online, most of that is very, very old, antiquated technology. Onpassive, with their tech team in India, have built products that are literally cutting edge. They are the best of the best. They are brand new technology. And because of that, our customers will come in and they will never leave. Why? They'll never leave because the products of Onpassive, number one, they're already using similar things online, and they have to use them for whatever they're doing. But they will come in and use the products of Onpassive because they are superior, they make their lives easier, and their bottom line better. So what are some of the products of Onpassive? And there's a wide variety that Ash and his team have developed to release online as they launch, and that's going to happen very, very quickly. But we can talk about HR, human resources. Most businesses have a human resource department. It's a very, very complex system to run. Onpassive has developed an HR modular portfolio that will help them make their job easier and more efficient. Super, super great technology. Another one is education online, O Academy. An educator can come online and set up a whole portfolio, a whole educational course that they can teach online. And because of all the IT products that Onpassive has put together, it's extremely simple for them. And most educators, when they want to do this, they already have the criteria that they want. They've got all the content they want. It's just, where do you put it? Onpassive has made it very, very easy for them to do that. Another one is the automated marketing platform. And the automated marketing platform is a platform that marketers can come into, and all the tools they use to market online are there. And again, they are superior. whether it's a page builder, a funnel builder, whether it's a communication module, whether it's traffic. Whatever tools they use will be in there, and it will make their job easier and more profitable. So as we look at these 4 concepts that Ash has put together, and literally Ash put these 4 concepts together for us, for those individuals coming in and participating with Onpassive. And what these 4 concepts do, it makes our business 100% automated. And really get that in the back of your mind, 100% automated because of the IT tools of Onpassive, because of the artificial intelligence of Onpassive. You can come in, all of these tools are interconnected. You can come in and use these tools as a business, and it is 100% automated. Really, really some cool things. Now, how do we all come into Onpassive? We will all come in today as founding members. Today there's a position, it is a founding position, it is a $97 position, and what it does is it locks you into the company of Onpassive, and it locks you into the pay structure of Onpassive. The second one, really, really important because we want to get paid. And as we look at the pay structure of Onpassive, and I'll talk about that in just a little bit, it's better than anything I've seen. Again, it is revolutionary. There is more money in Onpassive to be made than I've ever seen in my life. And the nice thing about getting paid from Onpassive, like Marty said, there are no limitations. There are no caps on what you can make. And get this, there are no qualifications. You don't have to sell, you don't have to share, you don't have to recruit, you don't have to do anything except participate with Onpassive. Now, as a founder, there's another benefit. If you are an individual that has a particular skill, and let's say you can build a team, you can share, you have that ability in Onpassive to build a team. And there's some tangible benefits to that I'll get into in a little bit. But if you are not a builder, if this is the first day you've been online, you do not have to do any of this thing. Remember, it is 100% automated. You don't have to take care of the customers. You don't have to take care of anybody. You just have to participate. It is what Onpassive does for all of us. So as we come in and become founders, pay the $97, as Onpassive launches to the world, and we are getting very, very close to that time, how do we all come into Onpassive? We will all come into Onpassive as customers. And as we come into Onpassive at the launch, there is a membership fee that we will all have to pay. We don't know what that cost is today. We know it's going to be between $150 and $350, but Ash has not shared that with us. Once we come in and pay the membership fee, we will go in our back office, click a button, and become a reseller of the IT products, informational technology products. Again, don't let that freak you out. That term is there so Onpassive can pay us. It has to do with the regulators around the world. But again, remember, Onpassive is 100% automated. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to sell anything. So to be a reseller of Onpassive, you really don't have to resell anything. You can, but you don't have to. It's 100% automated. So let me back up to the membership fee very, very quickly. This fee that we come in and pay with Onpassive, this is a monthly fee, but it is also the fee that you will pay once and you will never have to go out of pocket again. And the reason for that, again, it's because of the structure of Onpassive. Because of the way Ash has structured Onpassive, we will pay the preceding months from the profits of Onpassive. So you will never have to go out of pocket again. And when we start to talk about the profits of Onpassive, I want you to keep in mind volume, and I will start talking about volume here in just a little bit. And you're going to understand that that fee is going to be a one-time fee because of the volume, because of the traffic Onpassive drives, because of the things that Onpassive is going to be doing for us. This is where things get very, very interesting for us as those individuals participating with Onpassive, and what's going to be required of us to actually make a massive income in my mind. If you're a founding member in Onpassive, your financial needs are going to get met, and they're going to get met as a residual income. And you're going to understand that as I start to talk about volume. So the membership fee will pay once, you'll never have to go out of pocket again. That brings me to the compensation program, to the compensation structure, the pay structure of Onpassive. Ash Mufar will not let us go into the compensation structure today because he does not want our competition to get any kind of a heads up on what we're going to be doing as we launch. I can tell you there are many different levels in the compensation program, and the money that's there to be made is absolutely astronomical. And whether your goal is to make $500 a month, $5,000 a month, or $50,000 a month, all of those are extremely possible with Onpassive. What I can tell you is kind of how it's going to work. As Onpassive launches, they're going to start driving traffic for all of us. So they're going to go into the automated marketing platform, they're going to take the tool of traffic out, and they're going to start driving traffic for all of us. And primarily, Onpassive is a customer-based business. People will come in to use the tools of Onpassive. They're going to love the tools, again, because they're proprietary, they're cutting edge, they're the best of the best, and they're at a lower price point. So Onpassive is going to start driving traffic for all of us, and the volume of those customers is going to start to land under each one of us. And we get paid off of that volume. And that's why volume is so important as you think about Onpassive as a business. But that's primarily how we're going to get paid in Onpassive. Now, if you are a team builder and you've built a team underneath you, Onpassive is going to do the same thing for you, drive traffic for you, but they're also going to drive traffic for the people in your team. And because you've built a team, you're going to get paid not only off the volume that falls underneath you, but the volume that falls underneath your team. And because of that, you're able to cut time frames, you're able to get to that financial place you want to be. Everybody in Onpassive will get to that place where your financial needs are met. If you are a builder, you're going to get there a little quicker, but all of us will get to that place where we just don't worry about finances anymore. So I want to talk about volume. I want to stay on that theme just very, very quickly and give you an idea of the kind of volume that Onpassive is going to be bringing in. And I'm going to talk about one product. That's it, just one product. And as we look at Onpassive, there are over 50 products. Ash calls them portfolios, and what a portfolio is it's a particular portfolio that services a particular niche, and within each portfolio there are many IT products. And I don't want to get too crazy about this or too complicated. Again, these are the many moving parts of Onpassive. But if I talk about one product, and remember there are many products in Onpassive, and to give you an idea of the volume that's going to be coming into Onpassive. Today we are doing a webinar with Zoom. And Zoom is one of the largest webinar platforms online. They do about 200 million Zooms a day. That gives you an idea of how big they are. They are massive. There are tens of millions of people in Zoom that pay for Zoom. Yes, there is a free Zoom, but when you start to increase your audience, you have to start paying for the service. Zoom today is a multi-billion-dollar company. As Onpassive launches to the world with their webinar service, because it is brand new technology, better than anything that's out there online, and the webinar with Zoom is a very, very old technology. It is so antiquated, you couldn't believe it. And when you put the two together, there will not be a comparison. People will look at Zoom, will look at the Zoom webinar and the Onpassive webinar. There won't even be a question. They will be in Onpassive. And remember, Onpassive is at a lower price point than what Zoom is at. But here's what's going to happen. I believe in a year's time, I'm not sure Zoom will even be in business because of Onpassive. I believe with the webinar service of Onpassive, the majority of the people, the majority of the market, the majority of the people in the webinar service of Zoom, they're just going to come over to Onpassive. And I believe in a year's time with this one product, Onpassive could become a unicorn company. Why? Because tens of millions of people with one product are going to be coming from Zoom to Onpassive. This is so massive. And when you start thinking about tens of millions of people coming into a company and you're there and can participate with everything Onpassive does and get paid from everything Onpassive does, this is a really, really big deal. I believe in 1 year with one product, Onpassive would be a unicorn company, and that's a company that has a value of $1 billion. Now, when you get into Onpassive, you're going to find out very, very quickly that what we've done over the last 2 years has been extraordinary. And as we launch to the world, in the next month or so, month or two, Onpassive will launch to the world as a $3 billion company. That has never been done before. For a company to launch day one and be a unicorn company, a company with a value of or over $1 billion, is unheard of. It's never been done online. It's never been done offline. This will be the first in world history that this has happened. And we get to participate in all the profits of Onpassive. When I talk about the profits of Onpassive, Ash Mufareh, the CEO of Onpassive, the vision, he's the vision, he's the brain trust behind Onpassive. As he developed Onpassive, in the back of his mind, he had decided to give the lion's share of the profits back to those individuals that were participating with Onpassive. This is unheard of. If you look at very, very large companies, a very small percentage of those individuals in that company get the lion's share of the wealth from those companies. That is not Onpassive. Ash Mufareh is going to be sharing the lion's wealth with us, those individuals participating with Onpassive. So as you look at Onpassive, the 4 concepts, 100% automated, Ash Mufareh sharing the wealth with those individuals coming in and becoming a founder. We are in such a unique position because of Ash, because of the structure of Onpassive, and because the wealth is going to be coming to us. A large portion of that is going to be coming to us. I want to share one other thing, and it shows the genius behind Onpassive. And I had been in Onpassive for a while when Ash shared this with us, and it just blew me away. I knew I was in the right place. As customers come into Onpassive, I believe, again, it'll be about 80–90% of the people coming into Onpassive will be customers. As they come in, they will never leave. That's how good the technology is at a lower price point. And these customers are pretty well heeled. They can pay a monthly fee, and they will. They'll come in, whatever product they're going to be using, they will pay a monthly fee and have no problem with it because they're doing that today. And what that does for us, those individuals participating, it makes our income a residual income because they're paying monthly. That's a really, really great place to be. And over time, it will become a residual walkaway income. But here's what Ash did. There's about 10% of the people that will come in, use the tools of Onpassive, love them, and pay the monthly fee, but they have a problem. Their budget isn't as big as that 80 or 90%, and they're always worried, am I going to be able to pay this next month? If you've ever been in that position, it's just an uncomfortable position to be in, not knowing if you can pay your bills. Here's what Ash did. As these people come in and pay, over time, the cost of those products are going to go down. Over time, the cost of those products are going to be zero. And over time, Onpassive is going to pay them to use the products. Now, this is just sheer genius. We will never lose a customer. They're not going anywhere. And this type of thought is really spread throughout Onpassive. Ash does this in every area of Onpassive. And because of that, we're in such a great position to benefit from Ash's vision and really take care of that bottom line. When you look at Onpassive, yes, there are a lot of moving parts. As you come in, you're going to learn about those moving parts. And as you learn about those moving parts, it just gets better and better and better. Don't worry about that. Keep it very, very simple today. As you come in, it is unlimited. The amount of money you can make with Onpassive is unlimited. There are no caps. There are no qualifications. Keep it very, very simple. Think about those 4 concepts: self-funding, forced to be successful, traffic, customer and product, royalty. And as you think about those, 100% automated, simple, simple, simple. This business was made for you and I to develop wealth and take care of our families. That's what it's here for. That's the heart of Ash Mufareh. This is Onpassive, and everybody on this panel today feels the same way. And you're going to hear that when they tell you their stories. Very, very heartfelt. This is truly a wonderful place to be. I wouldn't want to be at any other point in my life, and I wouldn't want to be anyplace else except in Onpassive, because I see what's coming. We are going to change lives. Marty, I'm going to turn it back over to you and take it wherever you want.
Fantastic. Boom, Mike. Good night, everyone. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know how you could fill in that. You covered everything. What I'm going to do now is let me get with Red, see how he's doing with the Q&A, and then we'll move over to our guests for today. Red, how you doing, man?
Yeah, good, man. Thank you very much. Well done, Mike Ellis. What a fantastic presentation, as always. We really hope that you have all enjoyed it. I have no questions today. Amazing. Not one. Easy night for me.
Holy cow! Then we're not gonna be able to pay you then. But
no, that's it. No payment for me today.
Thanks, Red. Is there anything you want to add? Anything you want to add, Red?
No. Let the panelists are here. They can tell their story, and I'm sure people are bored of mine by now anyway. But you know, fantastic company, everyone. We are completely transparent. We're just normal people like you are. We're all here because A, we want to make some money, but also it's a fantastic family environment to be part of, and I'm so proud to be a founder.
Fantastic. Well, first person I'm going to ask right now is Julie. I don't know how else to go. I'll go in alphabetical order, I guess. Julie does they've been doing a lot of kind of interviewing people, her and Milo, and it's outstanding. In fact, Tyra does the same thing. And I watch every one of them. Every one of them I watch. They're fantastic. Anyway, Julie, what is it about Onpassive that you said, I gotta be in that?
First of all, I'd like to say hello to everyone that's watching here, and also whoever is going to watch later on. Thank you so much, Marty, Dan, Mike, Red, Susie, Marina, and all the leadership council. But yeah, thank you so much, Ash, for allowing us to be part of Onpassive. So I'd like to start by saying that it is blessed for me to be here. I'd like to start by saying back to 20 years ago, I was in every single field. I was having a degree in teaching. I owned a nail salon. I owned a restaurant. I owned a construction business, a real estate business. But the most struggling things for me was to build a website as simple as a website. There's nothing out there that is done for me. I bought a domain, and then it's kind of sit there for 3 years, 5 years. Never really done anything. I have not been able to do it because there's nothing out there that is automatically done for me. There's nothing out there that is ready to go, drag and drop and done it. So that is the struggling part of it. And if I was to hire someone to do it for me, it would cost me thousands of dollars, and it probably would not be exactly what I want. And every time when I ask them to do something, I have to spend more money out of it. So I decided to not doing anything and just focus on the services that I provide. And so when I was doing real estate, all it is was just the word of mouth. You just have to speak with your passion, do it, and have people send you the customer. It's the only people that I know are just a handful of people. So I'm struggling in that part. And then after about 10 years doing real estate, I saved some money, and I thought total time and freedom of time, freedom of financial is something that I really treasure, because I'm a mom with 2 daughters. And so I want to be able to have time to spend with my daughter. So I decided in 2017 to go into something called a network marketing. It could be a multi-level, it could be product. And when I start doing that, yes, I have no one in my team. I'm not a person who works with everybody, because that's how I started it. It's just a handful of people. So I start getting to know the CEO. And then instead of buying a team, I had some money at that time, and I thought, you know, if I could just ask the CEO for me to be part of their team and maybe invest in the company, then I don't have to build a team, because the weakest link for me is building a team. And so I did. I spent money in every single company. I either invest thousands of dollars into it or buy, 10 packets at the time. And then what happened? A month later, they shut it down and they closed with my money. And then there's a company that I love the product. And then I start sharing that with people. It's very hard to ask people to take something for their health, even doesn't matter how good of the product it is. So I start building by 1 person, 2 person, 3 person. And then every single month, they're taking hundreds of dollars out of my bank account. And it was painful. I don't even use the product. I'm a very healthy person. I don't even use the product. So the rest of my team. And so I start losing one. If I lose one person, I have to find 2 more people in there. And it doesn't happen. And every month I'm losing hundreds of dollars. So I said, enough is enough, right? And then the last company, I have about 20,000 left in my bank account. And I said, I've involved in this network marketing. I lost so much money, not only trying to invest in a company, and then now something that is coming, I love it. I've always worked with the CEO, so I see the vision. However, they're not being transparent with me. So I said, here's my $20,000. I want to do this and I want to be here. I want to be in every single meeting and be able to do that. Within a few months, the company shut down. It's probably not because of the CEO. It's because of things that happen. The communication, it's not clear. And it's because it could be the rules, the guidelines that haven't followed. So they shut down. They shut down and take much money of other people. Now, I'm a very peaceful person. I don't condemn anyone. It just hurts. It just hurt. The pain that you have to keep inside. And then my dear friend Milo, which is my partner of the Julie and Milo show, had introduced me to Onpassive at the beginning of 2019. And it's because I worked so hard trying to make all that money back that I lost. And I didn't really pay attention to Onpassive is because it sounded too good to be true. So then about 5 months ago now, Milo always tell me, because he watched me, he watched me suffer. He goes, Julie, when Onpassive go live, you will never have to worry about money in your lifetime, in your children's lifetime. At that time, I wasn't believe it. I didn't think anybody would do that for me or do that to the humanity. And so I start plugging in and I start listening to webinar and I start connecting the dots. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sitting in a huge gold mine and I didn't even know about it. And then watching Ash, and I see through his heart, and I was like, oh my gosh, there is one human in this world willing to share his heart to every single one of us. And he's willing to actually change the humanity, change the way business are doing business. And I asked myself, look at Facebook. Facebook only one platform. He is a billionaire. And does he share that with any of us? Any of the account holder? No. Does he give back the money to the people that pay him for advertisement? Does he deliver the targeted traffic to the people that pay for his advertisement? No. How many friends do I have in Facebook that I don't even know about? And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, Onpassive has about 50 to 40 platforms, products. I'm thinking, wow, this is it. And so Milo and I get together and say, let's do something to help us, to help build our team. So we start a series of how Onpassive can help business, because Milo is in businesses that he's involved. He understands the hardship of that. I am being in all the business that I've been, and I understand the hardship of it. So we put together and we were like, wow, this is really interesting, because we are literally unknowingly giving people the opportunity or the idea of understanding how Onpassive could help them individually, or the business or the organizations that they associated with. So then we enjoyed it so much. And then we have the community of Go Founder. Boy, talking about the community that we are involved in. It's all about love. It's about connecting. It's about helping each other. So we're like, well, let's change it a little bit. Make it to be a place where founders get to know founders, because later on when we gather together, we get to say, I mean, Marty, we know exactly where Marty's from. We know what he's done. We get to know Red. We know who would have known that Red cooked for the Queen, you know? And there's so many stories that we love. And Milo and I always say, we are the most blessed people in the world, in the Onpassive nation, in the Onpassive family, because we get the first hands to know the founders. So as you can see, I'm very passionate about Onpassive, and I talk about Onpassive every single day. Some night I can't even sleep because I know that Onpassive is a place that it can change our lives, completely change our life. If you're listening to this message, I would like you to close your eyes, okay? And look at yourself right now, the life that you live right now. And if something that you're not satisfied with it, or it's something that you said, I can do more, I can be better, I can be in a better place, then you need to take the action. You need to take the action and get back to someone who share with you the Onpassive, who even mentioned the word Onpassive to you. You need to get back to that person and say, hey, I'd like to know more about Onpassive. Because if you take the action, and just an action of the opportunity that it's never going to happen in your lifetime, take that action and explore it. And if you are a founder that you still don't understand what is Onpassive is about, log into your back office and start listening to the webinar. All the webinars are on, it's lengthy, it's a lot. But if you listening to those recorded webinar and you connecting the dots, it will blow your mind. It will say that this is something that could change your life completely around. And yes, the Julie and Milo show, which I sometimes not knowingly saying that the Julie show and Milo will tease me this the rest of my life, but it is the Julie Milo show. It is a safe place for you to share your story. It is a safe place for you to take the big pie of Onpassive, and we take it into section of how you can take the message of Onpassive and sharing with the family, sharing with the community that you belong. Because if you were to give someone $100, it will end just right there. But if you give someone, or you share someone the opportunity, that $100 will continuously giving back to you, giving back to the people that you helped. And I always say in our show, the Julie and Milo show, is that Onpassive is the gift to humanity that Ash Mufarz has given to us, and it is the gift that is continuously giving. The last question I would like to ask everyone who's not in Onpassive and who is not active in Onpassive, which seed are you in an orange of Onpassive? Think about it. You are the seed of an orange that could grow a tree, and that could make unlimited amount of orange. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for allowing me to share what's in here.
Well, I was looking for a fire extinguisher because you're on fire, Julie, okay? I don't have one, but that was fantastic. Absolutely. Tyra, you're up to bat.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. I'm here in BC on Vancouver Island, Canada, and it's a beautiful day today, and I'm so glad to be here. So listening to Julie's story, man, there's so many stories like that of people really getting taken and really knocking their heads against the wall, trying really honestly hard to figure it out. I was one of them. So years back, I'm a hairdresser by trade, so I'm the artsy girl, la la la, give me a beach and sun, and you know, my husband decided to start a digital billboard company, the big billboards outside. And he said, you know, we only have limited amount of funds. Can you come work in the office? And I was like, what? So I tried. I really tried. I got in there. I had to learn how to program. I had to learn a whole bunch of office admin stuff. And I think maybe that's why my hair went the color it did so quickly. But, you know, I really learned the value of having someone in place that is very experienced in what they're doing, because, you know, we worked hard to build our business. And after several years, I said to my husband, I can't, this is way too stressful. And so we finally sold the business. And then about, just over 3 years ago, I thought, hey, I'm gonna get into some affiliate marketing type thing, and found a company that was offering a product. You bought the product for thousands. Once you bought the product, well, then you learn more that you have to do all the advertising, and you have to do all this and funnels and all these things you hear people talking about. And I thought, oh my goodness, I just stuck myself right back into where I didn't want to be. So for 3 years and thousands of dollars, I just plugged away and plugged away. And you know what? Something I wrote down here that struck me was the best advice I got from the people that were supposed to be my mentors was, don't quit, keep trying. It's like, what? I'm like money pitting over here, and you're telling me not to quit. Well, you guys all know where that ends. I mean, it is such a struggle. When we moved out here to Vancouver Island 5 years ago, I had basically retired. I was ready to just let me walk the beaches. But when I got into this affiliate company or marketing business, I had to go back to work because I had to find a budget for my advertising. And, you know, wholeheartedly, I tried so hard. And a friend came to me about Onpassive, and, you know, I really appreciate people that are analytic. They really research stuff. I so appreciate that. Maybe it's just the artsy of me, but I heard about Onpassive. I didn't know anything about it. I just said, send me the link, I'm signing up. Because when I heard that they do everything for you, and you can be as active or as passive as you want to, I was like, count me in, right? So something, I mean, how do you name one thing? You know, something I really love about the company is that I can be passive if I want to. I don't have to know all these things. I'm not a guru. I'm not any of these things. I mean, some of you guys have been at it, Mike and Dan and Marty, you guys have been at it for ages. And you're even saying you had a heck of a time. So imagine someone like me with like years, just a few years. So to me, that's such a big deal. And the other thing, now I'm going to say this, and maybe if the lights aren't coming on, I said this before, the lights aren't coming on, run to the store, get a brighter light, plug it in, because you got to get this. You got to get this. Onpassive is saying to us, they will guarantee our success. They will force us to succeed. Now, come on, take, you know, there's all these, I mean, as a woman and raising kids and being at home, we all did the MLMs and all these different little things. Whoever said, I'm going to force you to succeed? No, we were out there phoning our girlfriends, bugging our parents. Like, it was just an ongoing thing, right? So to me, that's something like that you're gonna make me succeed and you're gonna bring me residual income. That's why I'm saying go to the store, get a brighter light bulb, because if the lights aren't coming on, it's like you won't get it then, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, what is ever going to come around that is something like this? And Onpassive, what I've been seeing, is so poised in such a perfect position with everything that's happening. I mean, wow, this is going to be sustainable income for me, and I know it. And I bugged my kids. I said I got to sign up my grandkids. Anybody with 2 feet that's standing still long enough, I'm going to tell them about Onpassive. And it's like, hey, come on, it's not because I'm trying to make money off you, it's because I want to see you blessed, because this is going to be, what's the old saying? The next best thing to sliced bread. Like it's really, like, seriously, you guys, really look at this, because it is really something. And even my husband has been saying, wow, what a change in you. Like, before I found, I'd be up at 5 or 6 and I was stressed and I was trying to figure things out and I was trying to read. And now he's saying, you're so different. You're so much calmer and at peace, and there seems to be such an ease when you share things about Onpassive that he said, I know it's not forced, because he knows me well enough that he can tell when I'm really trying hard, So I am just beyond tickled pink to be a part of this company and all the amazing people that I have met and connected with. And I just really highly recommend, guys, check it out. I mean, they've said it millions of times, and I'm going to say it again. $97, and you have a lifetime return or guaranteed return if you're not happy. Really, there's nothing to lose, nothing. So that's kind of my thing, guys. I'm 100% in this, and I'm going to keep going as long as I can.
Wow. Fantastic, Tara. Wow. You know how many of these I've been to? Hundreds. And every time I pick up something else, it's amazing. Marina's here, and she is the, I guess, the leader of South Africa, but she's got a huge team. She's on every webinar I've ever seen. She stopped sleeping about 6 months ago. She's still ticking. So anyway, Marina, let us have it.
Hello Africa, hello world. So excited to be here. Oh wow, Julie and Tyra, you guys have done, that's an insult. You ladies have done a fantastic job. I was like even saying, where do I sign up after listening to Julie's, you spoke just from the heart, and that's what this is. It is AI with heart. And what these two ladies have done is they're doing their own show. So we've got the TN and Grow Wealth. Is that correct, Tyra? TN Grow Wealth. There we go. And then the Julie and Milo show. You can, Google them on YouTube or check them out on YouTube. And they do a fantastic job where they're interviewing founders and leaders and what have you. And you really get to see everybody's why. And it just shows that this is a real business with real people. And while I was looking at this, it just reminded me of where we've come. We're in 2021 now. I love what Cynthia Brown was stating there. She says Ash, astronomical superhero, which she is, and 2021, as in WON, which I thought was really cool. I love that. But it reminded me of the day I joined, which was the 30th of September 2019. And my boyfriend went, Jean, he went to the store just to buy something and came back with this little fluffy toy. But the night before, we watched this beautiful African movie about a little rhino. And he thought that he was buying me a little fluffy rhino. And he comes back the same day I signed up and he says, yeah, babe, I got you a rhino. Now, where does a rhino have wings? So this is a unicorn. I keep it hanging on my fridge. And this was the day I signed up with Onpassive. And I said, well, there you go. That was just another tick. It's a prophecy. I've got my rhino, my unicorn, which his name is Rani, but it's a unicorn, signed up on the 30th of September. I got this gift. And it's because Onpassive is a unicorn company. And that's just a constant reminder whenever I look at it that, wow, what a gift, what an opportunity this is to, to be part of something like this. You don't get, these opportunities don't come around every day. It's like maybe once in a lifetime. Some people are lucky to get twice in a lifetime where they'll get this sort of opportunity to become a founder of a company, and then they'll probably just blow it off to say, oh no, it's not for me, or you're going to steal your money. So this is that opportunity. Opportunities knocking at your door, and open it up and let it in, and just embrace it, because this is truly a family. It's not just, we're not just a number. People know each other, you'll recognize the voices as we go, and when you plug in, you'll just, everybody, I love everybody, and it's just amazing, and everyone's got their story, everyone's struggling, everyone's lost, but like Charles's song says, this is a great place to fail forward. There's not one single person that I know that has been successful that has never lost everything. At least 12 times, and you probably, if you count all the opportunities you've tried and lost, it's all part of your success journey. Because if you didn't fail, you're never going to appreciate it when you actually succeed. So yes, this is now, it's going to be a soft landing, this failing forward, and when we land into Onpassive, it's a very soft landing, and we're just going to get carried through our lives. It's just going to be in comfort, and then also you'll be able to help those in need. I was saying on the previous webinar I was on, I got an SMS from an orphanage in Uganda, and the guy was like literally saying, I've got tears in my eyes, the children are dying, not from COVID, from starvation. And I never ever want to be in a position again where I say, I can't help you, I'm sorry. I've gotten into a rut, and it affects me, where I've got to turn people like that away, and I've got to say, sorry, I can't help you. But now with Onpassive, I know when we launch that is never ever going to be a problem again. I'm never going to have to turn a little child away because they're dying of starvation, or help an orphanage, or just give shelter to the homeless. Whatever it's going to be, I'm going to travel the world, and I'm going to help wherever the help is needed, and you're going to be in a position to do that. So I just encourage everybody, plug in, get signed up. Whoever invited you to this webinar, you're going to thank them one day, or you're going to thank them right away. What you've heard tonight, I would, if I was a guest, I would have signed up, and I would have signed up a few times over and over again, because wow, Tyra and Julie, you guys really are doing a fantastic job. We love you to bits, absolutely adore the work that you're doing. And Milo, I see he's a participant here, typing. He's a great guy. Mike, Marty, Dan, Red, and Susie, always, there's never a beat skipped with you guys, always there, good old faithfuls, the usual suspects at every webinar, as many as you can make. And you really did get to understand what Ash has been trying to do. And he said, I cannot do this on my own. I need founders with a heart for humanity, where we can help turn poverty into prosperity. And he's doing it with the people that he's attracting to Onpassive. And I know that if you're a guest here, you're probably a person that wants to help. If it's not other people, it's your family. You're wanting to make that difference and be that change you've been longing for. You can with Onpassive. So enough from me, because I also ramble on. I'm going to go and cuddle with my teddy, my unicorn. And this is just, I want this to be a reminder to everyone. Super unicorn company. We've valued at $5.5 billion US as we stand today. And that's just phenomenal. Very few companies have been valued at that price before launch. So yeah, thank you.
Wow, that was action-packed. Very good. Before I go to Dan to close it out, Susie, you have something? You're leaning forward. I'm wondering if you want to say something.
Oh, I love these webinars, and I just loved hearing the stories today by the panelists on there. This never gets boring whatsoever. And I just can't recommend enough. Jump on board and continue your learning and your journey. You're never going to regret it. So get back to the person who invited you. It was a great webinar today, ladies and gentlemen.
We got outnumbered today. We were blown away today.
Yeah.
Anyway, this will be recorded. It'll be in YouTube. I'll post it on Passive Nation so everybody can grab it. Dan, you want to close us out, buddy?
Well, yeah, how do I top this? I think that, excuse me, Julie and Tyra, I mean, if the new people that are here, as Mike said at the very beginning, this is for the new people. And if you don't have a very good impression about what Onpassive is all about by now, then you won't, okay? And I think that what you see with all of us here is an incredible belief. A belief in not only the company, but a belief in the owner and founder, Ashton Farah, his honesty and his integrity. And I'll close it out with my part here by just saying, we are having so much fun as well, because we're developing relationships with people all over the world. And I you know, when I first started this a couple years ago, I could only imagine that I would be meeting, I'm meeting Marina in South Africa. And then you've got Julie and Tyra, and you've got people in all over Africa, in the Philippines and Papua New Guinea. Who would have thought? And we are not only developing these relationships, but we're nurturing them, and we're seeing leaders grow out of little baby founders. And it's absolutely unbelievable. So I would suggest to all of you that are even considering this opportunity, just take a look at how much fun we're having here today. And $97 is not much to, it's a bargain, okay? So with that, I'll turn it back over to you, Marty, to close it out.
Well, yeah, thanks everybody. And like Dan said, if after today you don't get it, you can go buy a shovel for $9.97 at one of the lumber shops and dig a hole in the backyard and bury yourself because you're already dead. Anyway, I'll see y'all, and God bless, and have a great day, and see you next week if you want to bring somebody back. Bye-bye.